What up? What up? What up? What up? What up? What is up? Oops. Yeah. Yo, we are here. We live in this makeshift studio in my man's not apartment, but his house basement. But we doing the thing, man. We doing it. I told y'all we had a different look for y'all coming out here. You know what I'm saying? I told y'all we had a different look. You know what I'm saying? And I gotta give big props to my boy, man, D, who is a new producer of the show. So we appreciate you, D, for coming out here and being a producer for our show. You know what I'm saying? Yo, so Trent had a birthday last weekend. He wasn't here, and he. Yeah. Rob said he had some stuff going on. You know what I'm saying?
I heard the link last weekend. I heard what Rob was saying.
It wasn't me.
What I'm saying? Both of y'all.
It wasn't me.
It was all y'all.
It was Crystal.
I'm blaming Crystal too.
Yeah, it was her. She did it.
No. That was what's up. Hey, shout out to Crystal for filling in while I was gone for my birthday. It was good though.
Yeah, man, Crystal did a good job. You know what I'm saying? She wasn't as confrontational as you, Trent.
Thank God.
She wasn't as confrontational as you, but she held
was
on.
much better
especially with this mofo right here, man.
She was much better looking and easier on the eyes than you were.
Well, speaking of,
that's true. But
I mean, because Rob, you know, like you said,
Rob was fresh in that video. This dude had a perfectly coiffed hair. He got his eyebrows done. He had a face mask. This boy was looking good, boy.
Face mask.
I was like, this dude ain't.
Now look, he had the nerve to sit here and say that you had your butthole bleached,
and he
getting a face mask,
a whole transformation for a whole nother host. I'm like, he ain't never do that when I'm on the show.
Yo, Doc, he was getting a butthole makeover.
Yo, I'm too.
Here we go. We back.
Hey, I told you that's what's going to happen.
We back. Look. Oh man, we back.
Yo, all right, look, man. Hey, we definitely gotta give a shout out to, or not shout out, but we gotta mention a good fraternity brother of Rob's and I, Representative John Lewis, passed away. His family is in our sympathy, have our deepest sympathies. I'm actually rocking a shirt that Lonnie Love T-shirt company actually produced with the words by John Lewis. So big shout out to them for that. But also, man, real quick couple snippets, man. You know, DMX and Snoop Dogg, they had a versus type competition on Instagram. I think that thing was live. I don't know if y'all seen it, but I've been listening to DMX ever since. Ever since that thing went live, I've been bumping DMX in the truck.
Oh, he's a real one. He always been a real one.
Oh yeah, he. I mean, come on, that's DMX.
Yeah. He didn't do the little puppy bark like. You know.
Well, I mean, everybody.
I mean, his prayers be powerful too, boy. Even when he be praying, I'll be like, man, okay, I feel something.
Man, yeah, I'm feeling something right now. I'm trying to get slizzard, and you up here talking about prayer.
Sunday, baby. Sunday service.
I'm gonna get service.
What you got? What you drinking on?
Man, I'm drinking what you drinking.
I'm about to say all three of us drinking that. We drinking some. What is that?
Woodford Double Oak.
Good gracious, man! Shout out to Raj, man, Tinderbox, man.
Absolutely.
Forgiveness of that, man. Another big shout out, man. Got to give a shout out to my boy, man. Y'all know these beats and the stuff that y'all hearing before the show and during the show, man. Big shout out to Keith at Rock Bottom LLC, man. He gave out, a big thing for all of our sounds and beats and everything like that. So shout out to him for that. Another little quick thing I want to mention is Tyson agreed. We talked about Mike Tyson a few weeks ago, but Mike Tyson and Roy Jones Jr. got a date for September 12th. That's going to be epic. I want to see that. Who y'all got real quick? Who y'all got?
Oh, I got Tyson.
Real? Hands down?
I got Tyson, man. Although I haven't seen any videos that Jones Jr. has done, but them videos that Tyson been putting out, man, I'm telling you, look, I don't care who you are. I wouldn't want to get in the ring right now the way he be hitting that trainer. That dude's ribs be hurt after every session with that cat,
blood and all that shit. I've always been a Roy Jones Jr. fan, just because he's a boxer. But if you give him the right opening, he's going to exploit the hell out of it.
Oh,
you know what I mean?
Yeah, you're right about that.
And that's the way that he fights. Whereas Iron Mike, I grew up on. You know what I mean? And that dude, first round knockouts and just going absolutely ham on dudes in the ring, like. I don't know, man. I don't know who. I mean, I don't know. I know it's an exhibition fight, but
Didn't Roy win like three different weight titles though too?
Who's that, Roy?
Yeah, because he went up because he did like the middleweight, but then he also went up to heavyweight and won that. So I was reading.
Yeah, he did. But that is not his class. That's not his class.
Yeah,
He's a light heavyweight.
Who's the one that knocked him out twice?
Who? Roy Jones?
Was that Antonio Tarver?
Yeah, when he hit him
Tarver
out,
got him once in the Olympics,
hit him.
and then turned around and got him. Yeah,
just hit him once. Yeah,
I don't like Tarver. I like Roy Jones. I don't like Tarver.
I bet you Tarver wouldn't get in the ring with Tyson. So.
No, probably would not.
I commend Jones.
None of us would get in the ring with Tyson. I tell you that right now.
I'll get in the ring with Tyson for the right amount of money.
Rob, no, you would.
He'll get in. He's got
Half a
put some
year.
headphones.
Rob, no, you would. Rob, you would not get in the ring.
I would get in the ring with Tyson. I wouldn't last 3 seconds.
Anyway, look, man, we do this segment every week, man. When we come back to start of the show, man, talk about Around the Horn, man. The week in review, man. Trent, man, what you got for the Around the Horn?
All right, so the first thing, we were talking about this earlier or whatever, but it's these two men or whatever, they're best friends, decided to, the guy was like, hey, if I hit the jackpot, I'm sharing it, with you. I'm splitting it, right? Dude ends up hitting, gets $20 million, and he goes and he splits it with his best friend or whatever.
Who didn't do nothing, didn't pony
didn't do
up nothing.
But I'm like, yeah,
he made a promise.
As far as I know, now he might have gave him $1 for it, blah blah blah. But I guess I'm trying to figure out who's like. Does anybody have a friendship in here that y'all would do that with, Doc? Doc?
I give all y'all some money, man. I give, yo.
He's full of shit.
No, for real. No, see,
You
what I'm
give
saying?
us something, but it ain't gonna be no goddamn money.
So how you gonna sit here and say I'm full of shit? I'm telling you the truth, man.
All right, so Doc. So if it was $20 million, how much would you give me and Rob and D?
I gave y'all $5 million apiece.
Ooh.
$5 million
Get the
apiece.
hell out of here. Are you
$5
serious?
million apiece. Yeah, man, $5 million apiece. Why not?
You're a better
Why
man
not?
than me.
Why not?
Way
See what I'm
better
saying?
man than me.
$5 million apiece.
You're
But
You're
look,
a better man than
here's the
me.
thing.
Nothing.
Here's the thing. Y'all didn't ask me when I would give it to you.
Oh,
Zing.
see, there goes that.
There we go. See,
Man.
there you go.
There we go.
Told y'all. Don't trust me.
Don't worry, I don't.
Whatever, dude.
Yeah, but the second thing, whatever, that I want to talk about as well was I'm not sure if you guys seen this. It's on Netflix. It just came out last week, and it's called like Indian Matchmaking. And so talking about arranged marriages, and kind of also talking about all the different stigma around getting married in India. And there's like a caste system where the lighter you are, right, the more you're looked at as high, like more money, more higher class, whatever. So like this actually show goes into that where they're talking about like, hey, like I don't want to date this person. Don't put him on the list for me to like meet because he too dark. Or this person ain't fair. It's like I want somebody to be fair. They got to be this fair, right? I mean, it was like, I'm 6 foot. Talking to my dude, I'm 6 foot. She can't be, she got to be at least 5'9", right? It was wild, man. And so people have been really upset about it. But I'm like, why are you upset about it? Like that's how it's been for generations in India. So what do y'all think? Because that actually happens in other cultures.
I don't think it's any different than what you do in real life.
Yeah.
In real life, if you walking through the shopping mall, you have me. I got a specific type. You know what I mean? She's got to be this. Yeah. Hold on. We're not talking about Trent. We're talking about me.
Boy, he must be happy to have me back. He got my name all in his mouth, boy. Okay.
Oh Lord.
You must be happy to have me back. I know you are. But he happy. He like, Trent back.
I ain't got nothing in my mouth but some whiskey.
That ain't what you were saying. No.
Ouch. But it's the same thing that you do in real life. Everybody likes what they like. It is what it is. You know what I mean? And so, over in India, it's a lot different because they have the caste system where it's like if you are low born, then you're supposed to, marry and match up with low born people. And if you're, in the higher ups, the elite class, much like the Democrats here, You know what I mean? Like
Oh,
Al
and
Gore,
here we go.
like Al Gore and everybody else. If I own 5 mansions and 3 yachts, I should be able to park them in a different state to keep from paying taxes.
You mean like Donald Trump?
Like Donald
You mean
Trump. Yeah, there
exactly
you go.
like
You're
Donald
talking
Trump.
like
I'm going to
that
leave New York,
tax
where I
man.
grew up, and go to Florida because they're being mean to me in New York.
Hey, listen.
He
Hey,
did
you
that.
got Al Gore, the former vice president of the United States, that had a television station
Hey,
and sold it to Al
Hey,
Jazeera.
hey, he the former vice president, my dude. We talking about the current president right now.
Well, let's talk about the former vice president, Joe Biden.
Oh, you want to talk about it right? You want to
Nigga.
talk about let's talk about it right
What's
now.
up?
You talk about the dude that's going to be the next president of the United States?
Shit. You know what? Let me tell you something. My dead cat, and she been dead for about 10 years, would be a better
Why you
president
going to
than
invoke your
Joe
dead
Biden.
cat, man? That's just wrong.
The same way that woman in Chicago got a ballot in her box for a cat that's been dead for 10 years.
You know what the problem is? I saw this on Fox News. They were like,
What you doing watching Fox News?
Oh, I watch everything
Yeah, all right.
because I got to prepare for you.
Oh, okay. Well, you need to,
Anyway.
you need to prepare a little bit better.
Anyway, trust me, I know. You know. I be giving you that business when I be on this show. Anyway, so y'all talking about this man is, dead or whatever, and it be in his basement, blah, blah, blah. But why this dude smashing this cat by 15 points in the polls?
Because they're the same polls that
So
y'all
a,
pay.
dead, so a dead man, so a dead man is beating Trump now?
So these are the same polls that y'all paying attention to on the night that
This
Donald
ain't
Trump-
this ain't 2016, my
Oh,
dude. This
it's
is not
the same
2016.
polls. Them polls don't mean shit.
Them
polls don't mean nothing.
Yo. Time out.
Time
I thought we were talking about the Indian matchmaking.
We talking about a whole different thing, yo.
You want to go there? I'm gonna go there with you.
Stop, yo. I gotta throw the flag in right there because y'all talking about a whole different topic. We was talking about the Indian matchmaking thing.
Man,
and
fuck that. We talk about this.
No, but see, the thing is, you brought up Democrats.
Yeah.
And it sparked.
Yeah, he brought up Democrats for no reason. We talking about Indian matchmaking. You know what's happened? I got Rob riled up all week.
Oh, I told you.
I got him riled up all week, and he didn't even know. He didn't even know what I was doing to him.
You didn't. But you know what?
Getting ready.
Rob told me the other night,
What'd he
man.
say? What'd he say?
When we was-
Here we
but
go.
you told me, Rob, you said, man, you got under my skin last week. Didn't you tell me that?
Oh, I was furious.
Yeah. But you know what? But I'm like a pit bull, man. When I see that you was all riled up, I was like, I'm gonna keep attacking.
Are you potty trained?
Well, fuck you. All right.
I'm just asking. You talking about being
look,
dogs and shit. I'm wondering if you go poop in the middle of the floor, or do we need to take you outside? I'm just asking. That's all.
Yo, so no, look, yo, that was stupid.
Then you barked earlier. He was like, what are you talking about?
Well,
the little
shit,
pup-
I
with
tell
the
you
little
what.
puppy joint.
Nah, I tell you what.
wasn't sure.
No, because you know what? I tell you what. We all learned last week. Crystal pointed it out. Appreciate you, Crystal. Rob actually has a dog kennel up in Philly. He has a pigeon coop down here in the DMV.
Got that pigeon
and then
coop.
he got a dog kennel as well.
I'm the Birdman, baby.
You
I
mother-
fly in any weather.
Yeah,
I see. We see.
The new age Dr. Doolittle.
Boy,
Oh,
hey.
this mouth.
You know how many
see
times
this?
I saw
You see
pigeons
this?
walking on the sidewalk? I just want to take a picture and send it to Rob. every
Mr.
single
Producer,
time.
this is what I got to go through on a regular basis. You know what I'm saying?
Call him the new Dr. Doolittle. Speaking of, anyway, entanglements.
Yeah.
Man.
Entanglements, man. Look, let me tell y'all something, man. August Alsina came out with a song with what's his name? Rick Ross.
Never heard it.
He came out with a song with Rick Ross and pretty much laid out the line of how he fell in love with Jada, how he was involved with her and everything like that, and all.
Yo,
of
let me cut you off, man. Yo, he's gonna keep fucking around until he brings that West Philly out in Will Smith. I'm letting you know that right now.
So
I know many cats in West Philly. I'm from Southwest. I know a lot of cats in West Philly that's going to gun. I'm just saying, I don't want to see that happen. But you're going to keep playing around until you're going to keep doing stupid stuff like this until you bring that hood nigga out in that dude. And then all of a sudden, he's just going to say, fuck it, I got enough money to buy myself out of jail anyway.
And Will's
If
a
Bill-
national icon.
If Bill Clinton can molest a whole bunch of people and then have people murdered for it, called Jeffrey Epstein, I know I can get out of jail on a homicide
Did you say
charge.
Bill Cosby?
I said Bill Clinton.
Oh, I was like, I think he's gonna.
What'd you say, Bill? Yo,
I
don't
thought you
talk-
said Bill Cosby. I was like, what
Oh,
Bill
sorry.
Cosby do?
Oh, sorry. I didn't mean to cut you off. Go ahead, Doc.
No, but see, no, the thing, you're right about that because Will Smith, I think he dropped it last night because the video came out today about the diss that Will prepped, and he's pretty much in that diss video saying like, look, don't get it twisted, don't let this nice guy fool you. I will push back, and don't let me push back because when I do, I'm coming with the Tyson Fury almost
He got
type
guns.
thing.
He got
You know what I'm saying?
guns. Oh, yeah.
And
You know he do.
yeah.
You know he does. You know what I'm saying? And I'm just saying, you're gonna keep playing around with your little young ass, August, whoever the hell he is.
Yeah.
You're gonna keep playing around out there until something jump up there and grab your ass, and they ain't gonna let go.
See, August is trying to, he's trying to revive his career. Is what he's doing.
I never heard of him to begin with.
I mean, he had 2 songs back in 2015, 2014, or something like that.
Well, I'll tell you this: he did have 2 songs, but then all of a sudden, this Joker has gone up on the charts. That Entanglement song is up there on the charts.
He's reviving his career.
So
off of Family Business.
Come on. It doesn't take much to get up on the charts. We got Cardi B out here releasing a song called Coronavirus, for Christ's sake. I mean, this is the same damn audience that put It's getting real. But the beat was hard as shit, though. I mean, I got to give it to her. It was hard as hell.
But no, real talk, though. Somebody said that a couple weeks ago. They were like, look, I think August Alsina, whatever his freaking name is.
August Alsina, you was right.
Is doing that to get to jumpstart his career, and he did as a strategic move.
But
it's going to cost him to get his ass.
Well, look at Jesse Smollett. Jesse Smollett did the same shit.
Juicy Smollett. Juicy Smollett. Juicy.
Juicy.
That French actor. Y'all know that French actor.
Well, see, he thought the same thing. He thought the same shit.
Yeah.
He thought the same thing.
I'm the gay Tupac. Ain't that what he said?
Yeah.
Like,
some dumb shit. And then he will end up in the trick bag the same damn way, too.
Mm-hmm.
Watch.
Well, he's still under investigation.
Pun intended.
He's still under investigation. He just lucky all this stuff is going on right now, because so his name ain't out there on the headlines. Because man, these like Fox News was going to work on Juicy, boy, but now. He ain't nowhere.
That's his new name now, Juicy.
Well,
not Jesse.
Speaking of going to work, apparently, I'm gonna tell y'all like this, man. Portland, Oregon's been jumping crazy. Chicago been jumping crazy with protests, man. Rob,
Yo,
your boy.
Who, Trump?
Yeah.
What up?
So this guy has it in his mindset that he wants to, I guess, federalize federal police officers, federal law enforcement to make them, I guess you could say, judge, jury, and executioner in a lot of these, in a lot of these states, right? With these protests. Portland, Oregon, apparently you had a couple federal agents come in and showing up in unmarked cars, jumping out of camouflage, jumping out on people, kidnapping them, whatever they want to say. That's what the words are. What y'all think about this, man? Is this a quote unquote Trump's police state of mind? What do y'all think?
I mean, in my opinion, man, I think this is necessary. Number one. Number two, I don't think he's violating anyone's rule. Listen, he is the chief executive of this country. And it is his responsibility to put teeth behind the laws that Congress passes. You understand what I'm saying? That's his job. You know what I mean? You're not going to have the vice president of finance or marketing come up to you and fire you. You're going to have the CEO of the corporation review it and then say, all right, listen, you got to go. That's Donald Trump's job. No. As far as Homeland Security and federal police are concerned, Homeland Security agents, they have authority across they're just federal agents just like everybody else. But as far as violating somebody's rights and all that other stuff, somebody has to be held responsible for burning down businesses and destroying personal property.
But my man.
What up?
My man, Rob, you said it weeks ago on this show that if anybody infringed on you and told you that you had to do X, Y, and Z and came in your neighborhood, yada, 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 you would go apeshit crazy. When we were talking about those federal military officers, or those military members going through the community, and they shot the rubber bullets up at the girl's door.
Oh yeah, I'm dying that day.
And you said you're dying that day, but now you're saying this is needed. Okay.
Yeah, so but they're not going to people's houses and snatching them.
They snatching peaceful protesters off the damn street.
They're snatching protesters off the street.
Peaceful protesters,
they're peaceful
and they're antagonizing them.
But they might not have been peaceful a week ago.
Rob,
they might not have been peaceful a week ago.
It don't fucking matter.
If you throw a Molotov cocktail through the business,
it don't fucking matter. If you throw a Molotov cocktail,
doesn't it matter?
And guess what? Then your ass should be locked up when they find you. Okay, I got that. But you're sitting there. You're characterizing all the people in that group that are protesting and saying they're all violent. They're all.
So what you're telling me is that they're just targeting people. They're just targeting people.
That's what the information has come out. The information has come out.
They're going after specific individuals.
All right, here's the thing.
They're going after specific persons.
Hold on, Robert.
Bullshit,
Hold on,
Rob.
Robert.
Fucking hold on me.
Here's how I feel.
Hold on you.
Here's how I feel. Robert Raples II. I love that name.
Here you go.
Listen up.
See, here we go.
No, because this is actually a
need a
serious.
drink.
This is well, you're drinking it. This is a serious inquiry to you, right? Because as a conservative, and again, if I'm not, I just if
Law
I'm
and order.
if I'm wrong, no. If I'm wrong, right? Correct me. I'm not talking about law and order, but you have mentioned this on this show, where you say you're for limited government. Are you not?
I am.
Okay. So now, are you for states' rights as well?
I am.
So then why are you okay with the federal government infringing on state and local law enforcement all of a sudden just because you believe, that's because he believes that law enforcement is not up to the task in these different places? That is an infringement. That is going against, that's not limited government. That is going opposite of the conservative platform, is it not? By sending in federal agents into all Democratic cities, by the way, are you telling me that is not an overreach and that is not federal government, encroaching on states' rights?
Can I get a minute or two to answer this
Man,
question?
you got 30 seconds.
No, I'm
No, go ahead.
I
go ahead.
can
Go
answer your question, but
Go
it's
ahead.
going to
take your time because I'm legitimately curious. I
Are
want
you
to know what
Are you
Republicans
familiar
stand
with
for.
the Alien and Insurrection Act?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So the Alien and Insurrection Act means basically that if states are not able or capable of taking care of themselves, then it's the responsibility of the federal government to do it for them.
Okay.
All right.
Yes.
That's what the entire Civil War was basically fought about. All right. Keeping the Union together.
Okay.
All right. So therefore, when you have states that are run by governors who are mostly Democrats, take a look at Michigan, all right, for example. When you have mayors that are mostly Democrats that are failing their citizens, take a look at Chicago, all right? When you have these people that are basically just letting these states and letting these people and these protesters and these citizens run amok, and there's lawlessness and destruction of property and people getting hurt and people getting killed. And why? Because the mayors and the governors are failing to do their jobs or enforce the laws that are already on the books. It is the responsibility of the federal government and the chief executive in charge, who happens to be the president of the United States, the man that you guys dislike so much, Donald J. Trump, to enforce and send agents to that area of responsibility and put down that quote-unquote insurrection.
Okay, so are you telling me, right? Are you telling me that we are at a point in time where local law enforcement cannot control what is going on in these streets? Are you saying that at the same time when the Alien Insurrection Act was passed, that things were as bad as that time to say, okay, now there's because one, I don't think there is straight lawlessness, right? I mean, local law enforcement should be able to handle this, whatever. Are you telling me that we're at a point now where local law enforcement has just been a ruck in only a few cities, or country-wise? Because here's the thing: if you're telling me that we're at a point in time, right, where local law enforcement can't do anything at all, their hands are tied and all this other stuff, I might be inclined to agree with you. But we are not at that point now. Chicago might be a little different. I'm going to tell you something about Chicago because I got family in Chicago, been in Chicago years, went to school in Chicago. I know.
Got your butthole bleached
You know what
in
I'm
Chicago.
saying? I mean, you
just got back from Chicago.
we got to stop talking about the whole.
They do a lot of.
Gotta stop talking
do a
about
lot
it.
of-
Just so everybody know, man. Yo, Trent did not.
Gotta
From what he tells us, he
gotta
did
stop.
not have his whatever bleach.
Where
So
did this even start with the bleaching?
it was a
Anyway,
joke.
I'm just saying because you're saying that we're at a point now where you have to send in federal agencies, temporary contractors who don't even know these guys aren't even identifying themselves, which is wrong in the first place. They should federal laws. As far as I know, I'm not a law enforcement person, but aren't you supposed to identify yourself as law enforcement?
No.
Wait, what?
Go ahead. I'm
Skirt.
listening.
No,
Are you done?
I'm
That
out.
was a question.
Hit the brakes.
Is it
What?
time for me to respond?
That was a question. Yeah.
Okay, then why do undercover agents exist?
These aren't undercover agents.
No. You asked me a specific
what?
question. You said, aren't police officers or law enforcement officers or agents supposed to identify themselves as law enforcement?
Don't answer a question with another
That's
question.
the question you asked me, and I said no, because if they did, then undercover officers and confidential informants would not exist.
So
It is not. No. Wait a second. Let me answer your question. Let me answer your question. So therefore, what you're telling me is that
show me the law. I want to see it. I'm legitimately curious to see where you're getting that from, where law enforcement is
show me a law where it states that I have to identify myself.
I will. Matter of fact, I'm gonna text it to you right now. I ain't got my phone because we're using it as a camera.
All right, then.
But I
And
will.
You ain't got nothing to say.
Yes, I do. Well, I can't because I ain't got no phone on me.
Let me tell you something. When I was a police officer, there was a case where I specifically did not identify myself as a law enforcement officer.
Was you undercover?
Yes, I was.
Okay, so we're talking about undercover.
We're not talking about undercover.
We're talking about undercover
We're
jobs.
talking
So
about
when
these
you're
guys
dressed in camouflage from head to toe with ballistic helmets and M4 rifles, you mean to tell me
military
that?
state. Yeah.
No.
So what you-
no. Okay, yes.
Yeah, military state.
Why do I allow you to throw me off my point?
But
Why do I do that?
Here's the problem. Here's the problem. Because they actually did a back-to-back picture or whatever of people coming out. I don't know if it was right. I'm not going to say it was right wingers or left wingers. I'm not saying it. But these cats were coming out in full camouflage, helmets, armed up, right, with security on their vests. Okay. This was in Minnesota at the Capitol building. So how do you know if those guys are federal agents or if they're just some crazy, cats coming out there and dressing all their...
Stay your black ass at home.
Why? You support the protest,
Time out. Why everybody got to say stay their black ass at home? It's not black people out there. Rob, it's just not black people.
Listen.
It's everybody that's out there.
If you are concerned about what might happen when you go out there in the streets, then stay the hell out the streets.
Rob, let me finish this.
It's common sense.
Rob, I get what you're saying. Let me finish this point, though, right? If you're peacefully protesting, Trent and I have been protesting for years.
I've never been out there.
Okay, me and Trent have gone.
That's you?
Yeah, that's you.
That's you.
Personal
I
preference.
respect you, Robert.
Joke, God damn it.
I respect you, Robert.
That was a joke.
But look, me and Trent have gone and protested together with some of his friends and some other friends of mine and never had issues, right? Put us in Portland, Oregon, right, where we're peacefully protesting. Not hurting anybody, not doing anything, peacefully protesting. It almost is a stark reminder of what happened in the 60s.
Oh, my God. Have you ever heard of Chaz?
Yes, I have.
Yeah.
Okay. Where was that?
That was Seattle.
Okay. What's the largest major city right next to Seattle? Not Tacoma, but Portland.
Okay.
Okay. Mm-hmm. You have in Chaz this something.
It was an autonomous zone.
Autonomous zone. Mm-hmm. There was a guy that actually got killed there by another peaceful protester.
I don't agree.
All right. See.
I don't agree.
This is
shit. Hold on, wait. I don't agree. Let's get to a point real quick. I don't agree.
He does this.
Flustered?
Trent, he does this shit, right?
Are you upset?
No, I'm never upset, but you do this shit all the time.
Hold on. No.
You do this shit all the
I'm
time.
gonna answer his question because here's the thing. Robert,
think real hard.
No, because here's the thing.
Think real hard.
See, look. See, he know. Because here's the thing. Rob come on here.
Yeah. Don't analyze me. Analyze my argument, nigga.
No, stop using the N-word, man. We shouldn't be calling each other N-word, man. You know what I'm saying? We black kings. We black kings. Hold on, we black kings. We shouldn't be using the N-word against each other.
My deepest and sincere
apologies. Because I was just about to call him.
No, we black. Let me stop. We black
kings. Don't
kings.
Analyze me. Analyze my argument, sir.
I'm about to analyze you and your argument because
you need to analyze the curls in your hair.
I'm about to get up on your. See, here's the thing.
You got that soul glow.
You see what he doing?
Yeah, I see.
You see what he doing? He does what every other Republican.
Yep.
Oh, what's that?
Right now does.
What? Be right.
Like Kelly McEnany come out there and instead of answering the question,
no, like Alan Keyes.
Let me go ahead and throw who? Man, don't nobody care about Alan Keyes.
Republicans.
Don't nobody care about. I'm talking. Look, exactly. Here's the thing.
Go ahead, man.
Don't try to throw stuff off, whatever, to change the subject, whatever.
I don't have to.
But here's the thing. I'm actually.
You don't scare me.
I'm actually with you with the autonomous zone. I don't agree with that. I don't agree with having that. I don't agree where where law enforcement cannot actually come in there when somebody gets shot. I'm not saying supporting that. Right? But here's the thing.
But your party does.
But no, it doesn't. Not my party, because again, like
Your
I said,
ideology does.
No, it doesn't.
The laws that you passed
We have see.
Rob, can you let him
funding
talk?
that
Rob, stop, man.
You know what? It's cool. Rob knows that I'm back.
I don't want to hear the truth.
No,
right,
here's
look,
the thing. Rob
man,
know that I'm back,
We
so
are
he
by-
won't let me speak.
We by far not finished with this topic, but we gotta.
He won't let
you know
me
what I'm saying?
speak,
We
just
gotta,
like a regular Republican. That's what y'all do.
I'll
Y'all
be
conservatives, I know you
I'll
will.
be that.
Keep drinking that beer.
yo. We got to move on, yo. So look, I'm gonna tell y'all right now. Look, man, we're gonna run to a quick commercial break from our sponsors. We'll be right back. We back. Yo, so
Anyway, Rob, now explain.
nah, man.
What happened was
No, things got as they always do on this show.
Some good water, man.
Yeah, they get a little heated, and they
brown.
typically get heated between these two dudes, you know. But it is what it is. Trent, man, I don't know what you want to say. What you know what? We're gonna pick up that topic in our Q&A, but
Because I couldn't say my point. So
no, you couldn't really get a point
now
out.
I forgot
so.
now.
oh boo.
Hey, you know what? Rob.
Oh.
Hey, Robert was successful that way.
It's a good day to be a Republican guy.
Man, look, man, yo, what's up with the question?
Question of the week.
Yeah.
Oh, by the way, going back to the question of the week, since we here, Rob, next time you and Doc want to talk about my questions, y'all,
Rob,
y'all,
yo.
y'all come with the
Hey, hold on. Talk about. You see the Movado he got on?
Huh?
You see the Movado he got on?
I mean, he got that good money.
bro, hold on, man.
got
I
that
wish
good
we could
money.
zoom. I wish we
He
could
got
zoom
that.
in.
He got a chain on.
I wish we could zoom
he
in
got
on the
that
watch.
fresh
But
cut. That cut is
he
fresh.
got a Movado.
He must have thought Crystal was back with that fresh cut and that Movado.
I had to rob a
Man.
couple banks for this.
He got money. He got money.
That's why I'm so familiar with the FBI, because I'm on the most wanted list.
Just zoom in on that dang on watch.
Man,
You
at
know,
least
somebody
leave my
got
watch alone.
you know when somebody got a nice watch and that little gray thing right there.
Oh,
They
here
just-
y'all go. See, y'all,
look like you got
y'all
money.
planned this shit, didn't y'all?
No.
We go into the break, we come out the break, and y'all had this key the whole time.
Nah,
Yo,
we did.
Hey, Trent, man. What's up, man?
I
What
just
we got
want to
for the
bring
Trent?
up, next time, leave my questions of the week alone. Anyway, going back to the Around the Horn, like the first topic that we talked about, right, about the jackpot and like, all right, sharing it with your friends and stuff like that. If you guys won the jackpot, what would you do? Name just one or two things. What would you do with that money?
Man, so I kind of go back to what I did, or I said a couple weeks ago, and I can't remember what the question was, but I was
If money was no object.
Was that what the question was?
Yeah.
So essentially, some of the similar thing, build a community to where we can get homeless veterans or homeless people, period, people in poverty, back on their feet. Establish like a big compound, not a compound, but just a big area, open field. Build some units so people can live, and set up like a Job Corps center, so that way people can learn different trades and stuff like that. Get assistance with jobs and everything like that to get them back on their feet. You know what I'm saying? Because 9 times out of 10, a lot of people that live in poverty actually were well off beforehand. They just mismanaged a lot of different things. And so I feel like if people had a second chance at an opportunity or a third chance at an opportunity, they could do more stuff. You know what I'm saying? Set up some centers within that area where there's training, teaching, and so forth, so that way people can just get back on their feet.
Okay. I mean, for me, this question took me in 2 different avenues. I mean, number one, like the very first thing that I wanted to say, what I would do with the money is I would find my worst enemy's mom, knock her out, put her on a rocket ship, and send her ass to the dark side of the
Why
moon.
you
But
always trying to
I don't
violent?
wanna-
Why
I
you
don't
trying to
wanna-
beat
you're
somebody
violent.
else,
You're
man?
a violent dude, man.
But I'm on something else now. I mean, honestly, what I would do with the money is I would use that money to lobby the Senate. And I would use that money to lobby the Senate so that we could pass national reciprocity. And I feel like I would put that money to good use that is going to benefit the black community, the white community, the Hispanic community 10 times over by allowing concealed carry permits to be as valid as a driver's license nationwide. So I would use that money to lobby them and hire lobbyers that have more experience than I do to target the right senators to try to get this bill pushed through and voted on, because I know Donald J. Trump will sign it. It just hasn't landed on his desk yet. But well, you know what that's going to do for the black community in particular? It's going to make us safer. It's going to make us safer. It's going to, I mean, black gun ownership has already tripled. It already tripled in the last 7 months. You know what I mean? So it's going to make us safer. So everybody who's black, who doesn't have a felony, who has the right to own a gun and has the ability to buy one, should. And I'm a very, very big advocate of that.
I agree with you on that.
And that's for self-defense. And plus, it's a lot of fun. Going down and what better
It's a
way?
stress reliever.
Yes. What better, you took the words right out of my mouth. What better way to relieve some stress than to go and punch holes in paper? And then at the end of the day, you feel good about yourself because you're sitting there in front of the television watching Golden Girls scrubbing the bolt carrier on your M4. Yeah. You know what I mean? It's just, that's what I firmly believe in. And so I would lobby, you know what I mean, to try to get national reciprocity passed, because it's not just going to benefit white folks, it's going to benefit everyone. And it's going to make us all a hell of a lot safer than what we are right now.
Did you say that bill has just kind of been like, it's been floating around for,
Well,
it's on the isn't it sitting on is it the House or the Senate where it's just sitting there?
Mitch McConnell.
Mitch McConnell's desk, which is
And
a
I
lot
have
of
no
bills are
idea.
sitting on
I
his
have,
desk,
as a
but
Republican, I am absolutely confused. I have no idea why, because
they have the
the
numbers.
biggest hurdle,
have the numbers, right, to pass
the
it.
biggest hurdle that we had with that bill is getting it through Congress, having them draft it and then having them push it through Congress, through the lower house. Now it's in the upper chamber, the Senate, and it's tabled. I don't understand why.
Because it'll pass and Trump will sign it.
Well, that's the thing about, we have the votes, and
Why do you think it's sitting there? What do you think is? Do you think it's political? Do you think it's got lost in the shuffle? What do you think?
I think I'll tell you what one of my theories might be, is that Donald Trump has told Mitch McConnell to table that, because when I win re-election, if I win re-election, I want that to be one of my crowning achievements. Push it through then, if we retain the Senate, because remember, it's a gamble.
You've got to retain the Senate.
Exactly. It's a gamble.
Yeah.
If he can retain the Senate and get reelected, it could be one of the greatest achievements that Donald Trump has ever accomplished.
Okay.
So, I mean, that was, I agree with you. And I think you said that a couple weeks ago, Rob, where I think as a Democrat, I think there's some Democrats in the House that would get on board with that.
Oh, absolutely.
But the problem is, and I think the reason it's being held up is because you have a lot of gun issues. Not necessarily gun issues, but you have a lot of gun violence, where talking about the schools and stuff like that. A lot of Democrats don't sit too well with that.
Oh, you mean like 14 people being shot outside of a funeral last weekend in Chicago?
Right, but what I'm saying is, you got to understand the ideology of the party. They're looking at it from the kids' perspective of, if we do that, how does it impact schools and kids and their safety? And I get it. I'm all on board with you. I think they should just say, you know what? My mindset is, if people know you have a weapon, they're not gonna go with it. They're not gonna test you.
I think Republicans are feeling that same way. I think Republicans don't want to be the ones to pass it in currently in this time frame, right? Because I think, one, we're in election season, so I think they're probably like, we should hold off on this because it is a very polarizing.
But why?
Well, I mean,
Because it benefits everyone.
look at the society that we're. Trust me, I'm with you. I think all three of us agree, right?
Well,
I think Republicans are also just a little scared because I think they're afraid of blowback if the Senate is not retained on the Republican side, and if the White House is lost. I think they're looking at, okay, well, there could be crazy blowback. I think that's probably also why it's just kind of sitting there. That's
the Republican Party is weak when it comes to certain things like that. And I understand where you're coming from.
So it's a Democratic
understand
Party.
where you're coming from. But the Republican Party has no backbone, which is exactly the reason why the Democrats are just literally owning everything.
Right.
You know what I mean?
They're united right now. The Democratic Party is
One of the biggest
crazy
things that you've got, like, for example, in Pennsylvania, where I'm from Philadelphia, they have the sheriff's office in Philadelphia. Well, the sheriff's office, pretty much the sheriff's deputies, they're not Philadelphia PD. Yeah. So basically all they do is just courthouses and prison and transports and running a prison. But you've got sheriff's officers that are just as qualified, if not more qualified, than the PD officers that patrol the streets.
Oh, for sure.
So why don't you stick a sheriff's deputy in every single school like Charles County does?
I don't know, but I'm tipsy.
Illinois
I'm
does
tipsy
that.
as shit. I'm tipsy. I didn't drink. I sat here and drank.
No. I get deep when I
Look,
get
man.
drunk.
It's the same with Illinois. It's the same way. Like Sangamon
Right.
County Sheriff, because my homeboy Jesse Budd, he's the Sangamon County Sheriff, whatever. Same thing.
I know Jesse.
Yeah, he good dude.
Juicy.
Look,
Juicy
yo,
Budd.
look, I'm gonna tell you something.
I know he ain't listening.
Our producer, man, D, man, he poured
Shout
up.
out.
He poured up a cup
D.
of this Woodford.
Man.
And when he pulled it up at the beginning, I said, "Yo, why you pour that much?" And they said it's an hour show, man. You
I
gonna
said,
need
pour
to,
more.
You gonna need to drink it.
Yeah, you need to take it easy there, lightweight.
I drank all of it. I'm empty.
You drunk all? Wait,
You drank
what?
all that?
I'm about empty.
Wait, wait a minute.
I'm
What?
about empty, man.
It's not water.
I was treating like water. So if you see my face on live,
Yo, so what were we talking about? we was talking about something. What?
I am slurring my speech.
Yo, I just saw Doc's eyes and them joints. Yo, you supposed to sip that?
Yeah, man.
That is not a shot, man.
Yo, as Pop would say, at the tinderbox, slow your roll.
Yeah, there you go.
man.
Yo, shout out to our newest sponsor, man, the Tinderbox, man. If you are looking for a good cigar or a good place to hang out for happy hour, man, go to Tinderbox right here in Waldorf, Maryland. Make sure you hit them up. Tell Raj that Comfortable Being Uncomfortable sent you. Yo, speaking of glassy eyes and being on another level, yo, Rob.
Yeah. Oh, here we go.
Rob, man,
Here we go.
we do this
Sorry,
thing
Rich.
where we have the wow of the week. Rob, man,
Yes.
who you got?
I've
Man?
been waiting for this all week.
Oh my goodness. Oh, the wow of the week. For this week, the wow that we've got is none other than Northwest's father,
Oh, man.
Kanye
Oh,
West.
that's the daughter. Okay.
Yeah, I mean, just come on. Somebody, you name your daughter North. Come on,
Saint.
man.
What
Yeah.
else? There's a bunch of names. Go
Yo,
ahead.
just play the video, dog.
Well, Harriet Tubman never actually freed the slaves. She just had the slaves go work for other white people.
Y'all, we leaving right now.
West, man. Here we go with Kanye West. It's troubling. That video is troubling. You know, in the very beginning, he's talking about how, you know, he almost killed his daughter. You know, it looks like he's having a nervous breakdown. You know, and then to make matters worse, the man is talking about how he wants to run for president. You know, it's heartbreaking. It's heartbreaking. I really honestly believe that Kanye West, regardless of his political affiliations, I think that he really needs some psychological help. And I think that he belongs in an institution to at least get checked out. You know what I mean? But the wow of the week, man, is just I can't help. I can't.
Yo,
Man,
Kanye.
fuck this dude, man. I can't hold it together with a straight face. I tried to hold it together with a straight face. This mother, do you see this shit?
Look, here's the here's the thing. It's funny. I had this conversation with
President.
with friends. Yeah, I had this conversation with friends the other day, and you know, friends were actually asking me like, "Hey, why do you still like play or like rock with like Kanye's music?" And I said, "Look, you have to separate Kanye the creative genius, which is what he is, and Kanye the man, right? Because Kanye the creative genius, the music he has put down, the music that he now."
Where are you going with this? Where are you going with this?
I'm gonna tell you, Rob.
You going somewhere?
Rob, you gotta let him talk, man. Shit, you ain't let him talk all day, man.
Why you always come?
Rob, you gotta let him talk,
you know
man.
What? I probably should have got Rob fired up this week, man, because he.
Yeah,
Rob's a little smarter than the average bear. You gotta understand that.
You know what, Rob? You are smart.
No, he is not.
You are kind.
Let him talk.
Use is kind. Use is smart. Yeah, know what I'm saying? You got that little gray thing going on your top of your head.
Oh my God, are we serious right now?
You got that, you know what I'm saying? Got that nice cut, you know?
Yo,
anyway,
man,
can I finish?
Say what you gotta say.
Can I finish?
Yeah, go ahead.
You've been interrupting me.
Go ahead, man.
That chain too thick around your neck, man. Anyway. Anyway, look. I don't even know. I don't even know what
Yo,
I forgot what I was gonna say, Rob.
ladies and gentlemen, these two have
I didn't forgot what I was
lost
gonna
it.
say. You didn't.
That's the whole point.
We're talking about Kanye.
Oh yeah.
We're talking about Kanye.
Kanye.
I'm just look. And we.
Don't get it fucked up. You know what I mean?
You call okay, so. And the reason why I say right, you have to separate this two.
I'm drunk.
Hey Doc, you need to take it easy, man.
All right, King.
Yo, he
we
is
got-
going right now. Trent, go ahead, man. I'm listening.
No, because like you just said. Oh my.
Don't know what's going on.
Yo, this
It's like
is
the pigeons.
this is the dude. This is the dude at the party that laughs at his own jokes.
Bruh, I didn't even say nothing. He the one that said it. I'm just gone right now.
Get it, man. Yeah, that's cool.
No,
Let me
because
mute my microphone.
because Rob, you said you was like F Kanye and blah 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 blah. And what I'm saying is I think people have to get to a point where like they have to separate Kanye the creative genius, right? Kanye the artist, and Kanye the person, right? And I think what's going on, right, is that people are like you have two sides. Some people are like, well, I love Kanye. I don't care what Kanye says because they love Kanye's music, right? They love what Kanye represents. Say what you will, but what he represents for the culture, right? You have other people who are just seeing his political side, seeing him, whatever, in the White House and blah, 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 and his tweets, and they're automatically dismissing him because of that as well. And I'm like, yeah, one, Kanye, has bipolar, right? He's already come out around that, whatever. I think he does need more help and more, whatever's going on, more therapy and stuff like that. He should not, whoever is around him needs to be like, yo, you got to pull back.
Yeah, they're not doing
Let's
that.
get you
You're
to
right.
a healthy, because here's the thing. Because he is out there in front of everybody, and one, like therapy and things like that is already stigmatized in the community, in the black community. So now you got this dude out here, and if people are like, well, if Kanye's doing it, and this is how people think, honestly, if Kanye's doing it, I don't need therapy, I don't need to take my medicine, I don't need to do this, blah blah blah. But I'm like, Kanye is a different person. Kanye's a billionaire, right? Kanye is on a different level. But I think I still rock with Kanye, the creative genius, right? I don't agree with his stance and stuff like that. But I think Kanye needs help. But I think we have to separate who they are.
He apparently checked himself, or somebody checked him into. I seen a video, a picture like 2 days
Dave
ago.
Chappelle.
Nah, it's like yesterday or something like that, where he was actually checking into a facility or something like that.
Good.
I don't know if it's true or not.
Well, he apologized to Kim, right? He came out and was like, "Hey, I hurt you."
He's bipolar. He has
He was taking his medicine. That's the thing. I'm curious to know, again, like I said, who's around him, who is his community, because if they're not keeping him accountable, I would want my friends to keep me accountable. If I'm at a certain level where
we hold you accountable all the time.
all the time, and you should.
Because Rob held you accountable for your bleaching episode.
Hey, can we get some agua
I need
for
some
my
water.
dude? Some
Yo.
water. You got some mineral water, spring water. Don't make it purified. It takes out the minerals that he needs.
Takes out the minerals that he needs.
There we
Hey,
go.
look,
Hey, look,
hey, yo.
no, we're not. I'm not done talking. Oh wait, I guess I
No,
am
we
done.
are done,
Rob,
man.
you good? How you feeling, Rob?
Look,
I'm straight.
all right.
Pun intended.
Kanye West gets the wow of the week. Man, Demetrius D, you cannot pour this drink no more. God, dog, boy, this shit is on another level.
Our producer is crazy with the
Oh Lord.
heavy-handed pour.
Hey, you want another drink, Rob? You want another drink? You good, Rob? No, I'm gonna get you another drink. Deal play no
What a
games.
bottle at? What a bottle at? What a bottle at? What a bottle? What a bottle at? What a bottle at?
It's
D?
gone.
Ah, yeah, it's gone.
in
The
a
bottle
recycle-
gone.
no, not
The
yet.
bottle gone. Let me get that.
It's in a recycle bin. Oh.
There you go.
Oh, wow.
I do gotta get some more though.
See?
You want some
See?
ice though, man? You
Nah,
This
nah, I'm
is-
good with that. I'm good with the ice.
This
No ice.
this is how room. All right, give me some.
Anyway, Anyway, so Kanye West gets the comfortable being uncomfortable is wild a week. Hey, Kanye though, for real, bipolar, depression, anxiety is nothing to play with. If you're seeking help, man, we ask that you please get help. Anybody who's dealing with that, please get the help that you need, so that way you can benefit in the long run. Anyway, Trent, man,
Yes.
I'm hearing, or I heard, that you had a confession letter that came through that was pretty interesting.
Yeah,
I mean, all of our. I always say that every week. That when I talk about how our confession letters are a little interesting, but this one,
They keep getting deeper and deeper. And you know what? It's one. I want to say this: the people that are our audience, our viewers, people that like us, right? One, thank you for actually just trusting, and three of us are goofy, selves or whatever, to actually kind of talk about what is, things that you are feeling vulnerable or whatever about. And this is one of those letters. And so let me go ahead and read this letter, right? So he says, or he or she, anyway, hey, what's up? Just started listening to you guys and love your show and the content. Plus, you guys keep me laughing. But I'm battling something deep down and finally want to relay the message to my parents. I'm 28 years old, and for the past few years, I've been in a relationship with another man. Yes, I'm a gay man, so no smart remarks needed from Mr. Robert Waples II. That is him. Docu Faces. You can find him anyway. My problem is my parents are very conservative and have no idea. My boyfriend is black. I'm white. And that is another issue, as I've been around my father who have had his views on blacks in general. I need help on how I should lay this out on them both. Thanks, guys. Keep up the good work.
oh,
Nope, not you. Robert, you go first.
no, because he don't want Rob to make no jokes. I ain't gonna say Rob gonna
Rob's
make
like,
any
I don't
jokes.
think Rob's gonna make any
I don't think
jokes.
he'll make no jokes, but just like real talk though. I mean, I think this person really has to dig down deep inside of himself and figure out what's the best message or the best way to convey that message to not necessarily his mother, because he's more concerned about his father, right? And he has two things that he's battling against: the fact that he has an African American boyfriend and that he's homosexual. And if he can't come to grips with, if he tells his father, he has to be able to come to grips and tell him, look, this is what's going on, and this is who I am. And essentially, if he doesn't accept it, then he just has to move on from his father. I mean, because at the end of the day, your parents, I understand it, that's your parents, but you have to be happy with yourself. And if you're not happy with yourself, you self-destruct very, very quickly. And so that's my advice to him is find a way that's convenient to pass the message on to both your parents, but most specifically your father, and get that message passed on. I think I don't know what you think about that, Rob?
I feel sorry for him. Just like you hinted a minute ago, he's battling against at least two separate things and maybe a whole bunch of other things we don't know anything about. Being gay and being possibly in love with a black man. He has to do a lot of soul searching, and that's really what it comes down to. He has to come to grips with not just who you are, but what you are. I had a friend of mine that went overseas and served in Bosnia, and it was a whole lot of genocide and stuff like that going over there, where they were killing a whole bunch of people and stuff. And he asked one of the Serbians over there one time. He says, "Why is it that you guys do what you do? As far as genocide and whatnot?" And he says, "What we are is more important than who we are." So when you go back and you take a look at the black community, we're struggling with that same thing right now. What we are needs to learn. We need to learn to let what we are be more important than who we are in certain times. And so with him, he needs to understand that he needs to find a balance between, is what he is, being gay and being in love with a black man, more important than who he is as his father and his mother's son. You know what I mean? Yeah. So if he can figure that out, you know, he'll be a lot better. You know, in my opinion, I feel sorry for him, and I wouldn't wish this on anyone. But at the same time, he's going to have to make peace with whatever reaction that he gets from his parents is going to be minimal to his happiness.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of times we fail to realize that our parents are people too.
Yep.
They, like us, had hopes and do have hopes and dreams and want to see the world and want to do things at some point in time. We forget that as children.
Yep.
And so we're always constantly, even as adults, we're always seeking our parents' acceptance. This right here is a prime example of where you have to go for self. You know what I'm saying? Black community, y'all know what I'm talking about. Sometimes you just got to grab your nuts and just say, fuck it. It is what it is. Mom, Dad, I'm in love with Tyrone. You know what I mean? Either you accept me and I'm welcome, or fuck you, I'm good.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But the Republican Party, we love you. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm glad you said that.
Regardless of the Democrat, whatever the Democrats tell y'all, whatever the Democrats might have y'all think, you know what I'm saying? We have a demographic, a specific demographic of gay Republicans. And it is what it is. We're all human beings. You know what I mean? So
Man,
that's
Rob.
where I'm at.
I mean, it is tough, man. I mean, I
wish you the best of luck.
Yeah.
I pray for you. I wish for you the best of luck. And please let us know how you make out.
Yeah.
Whatever path you choose, please write us back and let us know how you make out.
That is tough. Rob.
Yeah.
Rob, I didn't think you had a side to you.
Man, fuck you.
The hard F. I'm just saying.
With the hard F.
I don't, no, for real. No. You know, a lot of people, and you know, I say this because a lot of people don't see Rob for the person that we see him. This is the first time that we all been in person, and it was nothing. You know, we all sat here, talked and everything, and had a good time laughing, and we about to have a cookout right after this and laugh and some more. But people don't realize Rob may have some very conservative views on a lot of things. He might not agree with a lot of things that people say based on their views. But at the end of the day, this man is a human, and he has a heart just like everybody else. And for him to sit here and say, you know, the things that he said, which typically goes against some of the things that some of your members in your party who are a little bit farther, I guess you could say, far right on a lot of these issues, it shows that you are more of a human being than them, to have that ability to coincide and say, you know what, this is tough, and I don't hate you for it, I don't dislike you for it, but you are a person just like me, and I love you. In a sense, that's what you were saying.
Yeah, absolutely.
But you also offer some sound advice for how they can get over this hurdle, and pass the message on to their parents. And
well, my biggest thing is I tell people this all the time. There are no right answers in life. There are no right answers. I'm only 45, so I still have a lot of learning to do. But
hold up, bro. You 45?
I'm 45.
Bro, I thought you was like 105. What is Jesus of Nazareth?
Before I address that, I'm gonna finish my thought. I'm gonna stay on task. There are no right answers. There are only answers. And so some answers will make you laugh, other answers will make you cry. Yep. You know what I mean? Yep. So when you approach certain topics, there's nothing but just gray area. You know what I mean? Cops deal with it every single day. Firefighters deal with it every single day. We deal with it every single day. You know what I mean? But at the end of the day, it's what you can live with. Yeah. Can you live with it? When I pull that trigger, can I live with the result? You know, if I run somebody over, you know, can I live with the result? And this is one of those situations. And fuck you.
Look.
Who you talking to? You talking to me?
I'm talking to both of y'all motherfuckers.
Nah,
I
man. we
no,
try to-
I
we
look.
try to-
Like
we
I
try
actually
to-
wanted to. I kind of wanted to, because I mean I agree with everything that Rob said, right, and everything that Doc said as well, right. I think this actually shows an example that we can have disagreements and get to a
Yep.
point where we actually can
Yep.
find common ground, which is I think what our society in general is just missing. Where we can have disagreements, but have them in a way where we can, all right, I might not agree with what Rob was saying at the end of the day, right? But the fact that we can at least get to a point where we hey, look, there are certain things in this world that you cannot just dismiss by like politics or whatever. You've got to understand what is going, like something like this is deep. I can't speak on it, right? Because I don't know where he's. I have a different experience than him, right? Being a straight black man, right? I've got my own.
So he
experience.
has to prove to you.
No.
No, he has to prove to you that his butthole is bleached like yours is before you can offer an opinion.
No. Oh my God. He just told you, Rob, don't be saying no jokes, okay?
I'm saying jokes to you, not to him.
No, I'm saying that, the fact that he's, he's being vulnerable or whatever, and I'm saying I can't give the advice that he may or may not be looking for because I don't have that same experience. But I can at least we can at least speak on it, right? We all don't have the same experience, but we can at least all right, let's try to get to a point where we can kind of agree to, and so it's hard for me to speak on this because I don't have that experience. I have other experience that are in a way where it's like,
Bro,
yeah,
what kind of experience you got, bro?
Yeah.
man, why,
Aight.
really, really,
What kind of experience you
Billy.
got, bro?
First of all, everybody out there, I have given my experience to this dude, Doc Ronnie, whatever his name is, and Robert Waple is the second, third, fourth, whatever the nigga name is.
Don't put me in
the
this shit.
King's name is.
Don't put me in this.
But no, I'm saying we got to get to we all have different experience, but we got to be able to at least understand and kind of try to just listen, and we're literally just listening and trying to that's what we're here for.
I say fuck it. Tell your mom and dad at the same time. You know what I mean? Hey, wear a purple boa. Be yourself. Put some high heels on. Do whatever the fuck makes you happy.
If it's who you are,
you know what I mean. If that's who you are,
I
do it.
personally believe
You know what I
if
mean?
it's who you
Fuck
are,
it.
I personally believe that you should not let anybody, even your parents, stand in your way. But that is also a very that's very a tricky thing, whatever. Because like you said, we do want our parents' approval, right?
We're always seeking it.
Yeah, and so that's
Man, Rob, you ain't had no parents, man. I heard you was raised by wolves, son. Nah, just playing. Nah,
Are we moving over to the question and answer?
yeah, we gotta move on.
That's where I
So,
do.
hey, look, man.
Right.
Rob said it best. Trent said it best. I said it best. We wish you luck.
Well.
We wish
Absolutely.
we wish you the best luck, man.
100%.
Absolutely.
Please follow with us and let us know how that turns out. I don't
Write
know.
us back. I'm
how y'all
looking
planning to
for.
do
I'm looking
God
for.
damn,
this
Rob, I'm
response.
talking.
Man, ain't nobody paying attention to you, man.
Ain't talking. Don't talking
Old
to me.
drunky McDrunkerton over here and shit. Man,
let
write
us
back.
know how you feeling and how everything works out, and and we'll update the show on our audience and let them know. So we got to close this thing out, man. So Trent, man,
Why am I
hey
closing
Rob,
out?
Rob, you heard how he said, That's that catfish joint. So Trent, man,
The what?
Trent, how can the folks reach you if they want to reach you?
You got there. Okay, I didn't know when you was gonna get there. They can reach me only on Instagram at Trent B Franklin. It ain't changed, so don't make no catfish comments.
This week.
Robert.
It was a couple weeks
It
ago.
ain't
It was
yet,
one
is it?
Trent B, right?
One
No,
Trent B
no, it
and
wasn't.
Trent B
So
Franklin.
what is it this week?
That was
What
2
is it?
months ago.
Catfish one.
It wasn't a couple of weeks. It was 2 months ago.
So what is it now? What is it?
It's at Trent B Franklin.
Call sign
on
catfish.
Instagram. Don't even try to find me on Facebook, TikTok, YouTube, MySpace, whatever y'all rocking with.
Is it a fake
At
name?
Trent B Franklin.
Yeah.
All right.
How can I find you?
Rob. Rob has a more suitable.
Suitable.
Not suitable, but more suitable for him because
Super Bowl.
What?
You changed it?
Suitable.
Oh, I think.
Oh,
What?
Oh my God, I need y'all to catch up.
I wish I had like something on here like. Wah, wah, wah.
Did he sound like he said Super Bowl? like
Super Bowl.
I know we not losing our mind.
I
Yeah,
know
y'all
I'm
crazy.
tipsy, but I ain't that gone, man.
Take the rocks out your mouth, Robert.
Dude, you laughed for 5 minutes straight.
He was crying too.
Yeah, I
You
will.
see them- you see them-
I know I'm not that tipsy. What the hell?
Yo, Rob. So look, man, how can they reach you, dog, if they want to reach out to you? He don't know.
I ain't say nothing.
But how can they reach you, man?
Donkey faces.
What a Z. Go ahead, make sure you say what a Z.
Is it donkey underscore faces or is
No,
it
it's just donkey
y'all-
faces.
Man, it's
all
your-
right,
it's
donkey
yours.
faces.
It's yours. How you don't
Donkey
know?
I don't know.
It's your tag.
I say, how you don't know, man?
I might have been drunk when I made it. I don't know. Donkey faces with a Z. That's
All
at Instagram, right? And
We don't know. It's yours. We don't know.
I
You
think
tell us.
that's on Instagram, and my Twitter is
Man, don't nobody care about your
I
damn
don't
Twitter,
know
man.
what my
Nobody-
Twitter
get out
is.
of
Nobody check you. Probably got like 2 followers on Twitter,
I'm
man.
surprised you ain't been deleted off of Twitter.
I'm surprised he ain't been
deleted.
deleted
I'm
off of
surprised-
Instagram.
I'm surprised they ain't block you.
I got more followers on Twitter than I do on Instagram.
Ain't that a surprise?
So you got 3 on Twitter and 2 on Instagram.
Man, fuck y'all, man.
Yo,
Rabbit head ass motherfuckers.
yo. Yo,
I got a whole 3 followers. No, go ahead. Bro.
Yo, y'all can
4.
y'all can reach me on Instagram at DocRJ.5. You can also catch our show on Instagram at Doc. Oh shoot!
Whoa.
Oh, Doc.
Whoa.
You can catch our show on Instagram and Facebook. All you have to do is put in at
yeah,
comfortable to uncomfortable dot talk.
Have another drink.
Now, this first show in studio is going down the drain.
Oh,
quick.
my God. It's going to go down in history. That's what it's going to go.
I do that again. Anyway, you can find me on Instagram at DocRJ.5. You can find our show on Instagram and Facebook. All you have to do is search at comfortable to uncomfortable.talk. You can get us on Google Podcasts, Spotify, and Apple Podcasts, or wherever you get your podcasts. All you have to do is search comfortable being uncomfortable. Big shout out to our sorority sisters of Zeta Phi Beta Sorority Incorporated and our fraternity brothers of Phi Beta Sigma Fraternity Incorporated. Blue Phi, my brothers.
Blue.
Stay tuned for our next Q&A session, and we'll be right back. Peace, love, and happiness.